open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. What do you say, Mike the Bulldog Bianchi?
Hey guys, sorry my internet's not working. I'm gonna race in to get there in time. I gotta come do the show live at the studio today, so I can't do the sports report with you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess with that, before we get into the insane brass balls of one Dan Campbell, I see the lights just went out at the F1 desk for the last time this season. We go to Taco Bob manning the F1 desk from Abu Dhabi this morning.
Taco Bobby in Abu Dhabi. After all the jawing between somebody, George, and Verstappen, here's
George Russell from Mercedes. Yes.
George Russell and Verstappen have been, rapping jaws and getting pissed at each other. Final race of the season, I'm going Verstappen.
Max closing out the season with 2 wins, huh?
He already won the season, didn't he?
He won the Drivers' Championship, yes.
That's because he's a driver. That's how he is.
Constructor's title still in question.
Oh, don't worry about it, Verstappen. Check it out of the F1 desk.
Thank you, Taco Bobby from Abu Dhabi.
I get dizzy when I do that. I move my head all around.
All right, so Thursday night football in Detroit last night. It comes down to it was back and forth, and it felt like one of these games where whoever had the ball last was going to win. And Dan Campbell, coach of the Lions, knew that. As they're getting down towards the end of the fourth quarter, the score's tied. The Lions are in field goal range. And they're facing a 4th down and inches. Do you go ahead and kick the field goal there and hope you can play defense for the remainder of the game because you're going to give the ball back to the Packers? Or do you say, you know what, boys, let's do this. Let's get the first down. We'll be able to run the clock down and take that last kick and walk off winners.
If you're Dan Campbell, of course you go for that first down because if you give Green Bay the ball back, they're winning.
Good chance of that. Yeah. So, and he knew it, and he opted to go for the 4th. On 4th down, they got it, and then, ran the clock down to where it needed to be, booted the field goal, 34-31, the final from Detroit.
Meathead still pulling it. And like I said earlier, man, I was watching some people talking yesterday on the ESPN. The fact that they're playing with such a depleted roster, it's sickening.
Well, yeah, they've got a few key players out. There's no doubt about it. But
a lot.
Despite that shows you the depth of their team. 12-1, and they lock in their playoff position last night. So good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
They're strong, man.
All right. Other NFL action this weekend. The in-state teams. I mean, we've got the Dolphins and the Jets on Sunday afternoon. Taco Bob.
Yes, we do. We're sending some listeners there on the Bright Line. Actually, that's pretty cool.
Yep, that's going to be awesome. The Bucks host the Raiders at 1:00 at Raymond James on Sunday. Taco Bob. And then there's the Jaguars, who are at Tennessee without Lawrence, who's been shut down for the rest of the season after the hit last weekend.
I'm happy that they took Lawrence out just for the fact that they had to. He has a concussion protocol, but also with his shoulder injury and stuff, just let the guy mend. You're not going to do anything this season anyway.
Yeah.
And he's a good kid, man. So I hope the best for him.
We've got some other games going on, of course, in the NFL this weekend. Atlanta and Minnesota could have some fireworks in that one. We've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Those teams always have a fun get-together there. And then, the Sunday night affair, the Chargers and the Chiefs. So Chargers been having a pretty solid season.
I know. Strong, and they're a team that has beat the Chiefs in the past. So it's my Chiefs,
Yes,
but
yes.
Hey, they've been my team for years and years now. You know that. And but
your bandwagon, Bob. We know that.
Of course. I mean, once Peyton Manning left the Colts, I was like, I got to find another good role model. And at the time, it was Mahomes. Now he's getting tainted with all this.
You have to find another good role model?
No, I'm saying with football, I want the kids to have a good role model to look up to.
That's how you analyze what team you root for?
Yeah. I mean, I would go with A-Raj, but, he's a little bit high on mushrooms in the woods. I don't want kids to be doing that. And the Jets suck.
Okay.
Anyhow.
You have an interesting way of approaching things. That's why we love you.
That's it. We have huge college football that Coach Mark Daniels is going to join us for, right?
Yeah, the conference championship weekend. How this is all going to wash out. There's a lot of things that probably best to leave it for him to try to break all this down, and he'll have the latest details on what he can tell us about the search for the new UCF coach. I'm hearing it's going to be announced very soon.
I hope so.
Like by Sunday is what I'm hearing.
Okay, I hope it is, and I hope we get a good coach out there at UCF.
Well, there's definitely some big names being batted around, and then some names where you might be going, not quite sure who that is.
I got a call.
Huh?
You and I being alum.
What?
I was approached.
Approached for what?
Possible approach the coach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Taco Bob, you and Pat Lynch are alum. You want to do head coach, assistant? You'll be the head, and I'm the assistant.
I don't need that stress.
Come on, we can do it, man. Let's enter the portal.
Lightning put a serious beat down last night on San Jose, 8-1 from Tampa.
Hell yeah.
Eight goals in a hockey game. That's big time.
Bolts.
And then the Magic will be back in action tonight. They got the 76ers again this evening. So, like we said, we missed the Bulldog. I guess his bark will be back on Monday.
I'm going to bark down the hall to him in a minute for not showing up. But it'll be good to see him in person when he finally gets strolling in.
All right, make sure you circle back with us. If you got to go away for a little while, we'll get to break down all that college football stuff for you with Mark Daniels coming up towards the end of the show this morning. Thank you to Kaufman and Lynn for sponsoring the sports page with Lynch and Taco on JRR this morning.
Lynch and Taco